I was sitting here not long ago, actually, with you guys and speaking about my trip and how overwhelming it was and how there was, you know, a child that I really wanted to take home with me and I couldn't at the time. But there's been a lot of changes since those moments of coming back.
Yeah, there's been a clear up, obviously, and people are being helped. But I wonder, Ekin Su, because it was so powerful listening to you, as any human being would. You just want to pluck those children out of that situation, provide them with a home. As you say, you know, impossible to do that.
Yeah.
But is it the stories of the children that have particularly stuck with you?
It's more the fact that they haven't had any love, you know, losing family members and being traumatised in shock. Yeah. Waking up one moment to not having your mum or your dad there, I mean, I can't even imagine how that would be. It's a lot of things. It's the fact that, you know, they've lost families, they've lost homes. It's the fact that their stories, their backgrounds, they don't know where their family is. Anyone that shows a bit of attention, they just want to stick to them, kind of attach themselves to them. So, yeah.
Have you been able to stay in touch with any of the people you met?
I haven't. I mean, I know that there are a few names from British Red Cross that we took down their information, but I haven't. I would like to see how they were doing, but I've heard things have progressed. I know that the tents have now moved into contained homes, so they're more stable, more safe. That's the process right now. I know that it's going to take a few years until all the buildings are fully done and then people can move into their actual apartments safely without the risk of another potential earthquake.
We've been talking about, you know, obviously you have an enormous platform and you do remarkable things yourself.
Thank you.
And one of the things you did was dancing on ice, of course. I know that has... You've got mixed memories of that experience.
I do.
But as you sat down, we were discussing, well, what could you actually do to raise some money? And then you had this brilliant idea.
Why not donate my ice skating shoes to the British Red Cross charity for the earthquake appeal?
And raise some money by auctioning off.
Yes.
So the very skates that cause you so much trauma on the ice for dancing on ice.
And blisters, guys.
And blisters. But we could, I mean, you could auction them off for a really fantastic cause to raise some money, which is going to make a big difference, isn't it?
Of course. Instead of it sitting in my loft and getting the cobwebs all over it, it'll be better to auction it off to charity.
Get something positive out of what was quite a traumatic experience.
Yeah.
And, well, a tricky one, a challenging one. But who wouldn't want Ekin Su's famous skates from Dancing on Ice? I think it's a brilliant idea. If you do manage to arrange to go back, what do you want to do to help on the ground? Because you obviously have a family connection to the country. Normally you're there in Istanbul, enjoying being with family. And then meanwhile, in other parts of the country, you've got people without families. It's
crazy. I just got back from Istanbul and everybody who I've met and connected with have a link to Hatay or link to Marash. Somebody's lost a family member, somebody's been affected, or they've lost, for instance, their uncle or their aunt. And it seems that everybody in Istanbul has that soft spot for the earthquake event. You know, yes, it's scary. Yes, people are scared, but I think people always want to be positive. People are living in fear, but I can see people are just, whenever I mention the earthquakes, before they were kind of, you could see their eyes watering, but now a bit of positivity in it, you know, things are looking better. I feel like there's help, there's hope, but people are still worried. There's immense scare in Istanbul that there'll be an earthquake in 2 years, they say. We don't know, but... No.
Of course, that's going to be a fear, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, if you've experienced something like that. Look, Ekin Su, what you've done is brilliant. You know, you've used your platform to raise attention and hopefully funds as well.
Yeah, so. I mean, if anybody wants to donate, make sure they donate for the British Red Cross earthquake appeal. That would be great. You know, any help and contribute helps the charity and the funds as well.
That's what they need right now as well, isn't it? As much help as possible.
And these shoes.
And these skates.
Yes, exactly.
You will organise that. We'll make sure the Red Cross organise a auction of your skates.
I'll sign it too, guys. I'll make sure. Yes.
Love that. Ekin Su, just lovely to see you.
And you, both of you. Thank you for having me.
Well done.